Hi crafters, it's Hannah from HanCraftedCards.com. Welcome to my channel today. This is the card that I'm going to be showing you. I absolutely love this card. It's so fun. I'm going to show you how to basically get this little window here. It's a really fun idea and I'm sure you will like it. So if you're new to my channel, then please consider subscribing, because I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday at the moment. That may be increasing, so stay tuned. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so there are a few different steps to make this card. The first step is some die cutting. So I've got the detailed floral dies and I've just got the smaller section and then the die that cuts out the whole thing. So firstly, I'm just going to show you how I'm actually going to bring the big shot in, because you kind of need to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to lay my cardstock down. The measurements will be in the description and you do kind of need to know what they are. So I'm just laying it down on the edge of my cardstock and then I'm going to run that through. I'm using the magnetic platform because I want to make sure I get it lined up right. Grab my die brush, so then I can just pop the die brush, just because we're going to use the die again as well. So make sure all the bits are out. I'm just doing that to the side here, just cleaning all the bits. Pokey tool. It's just one little stubborn bit that doesn't want to pop out. And all the bits out of where you've cut. There. Then you need to line your die up with the edge. Now you do need to think about where this part is going to go, so as to make sure it doesn't cut off a bit that you don't want it to. So I'm just having a look and I'm going to give myself like 1/8 of an inch from where this die cut ends to where I put the next die. So you could butt it right up, to be fair. It's not too much of a big deal. Whoops. Use your die brush again, make sure it's all cleaned out, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other end. So leave that little bit of a gap, just like so, just there, if you can see what I mean, and then run that through. Use a die brush. Oops. And that's all we need of this bit. So just pop all your little bits out. It's easy to do this now before we go on to the next bit. Just a little bit easier to hold it. And over here. Oops. There, okay. So once you've done that, you're going to take the piece that cuts the design out and line it up with the top of your die cut area, about not even a quarter of an inch from the design. You can sort of see how much, I mean, you could leave more of a gap if you wanted to. Come on, I'm just gonna go try and make it even. There. Run that through. Okay, now that will have cut just there, so obviously we need to cut the rest of the design out. You could do this with scissors, to be fair, it's not like it's super difficult, but I'm just showing you exactly how I did it. Sorry, and then slide it over. My die is bent. Oh, that moved. Ah. There. Okay. So that leaves you with that. So let's move this out of the way. Oh. Okay, so that's all the die cutting done. You've just got the nice little florally thing there. So next bit is to get your card base, and we need to trim it down a little bit. So this is a piece of A4 that's cut in half and then scored in half, and we need the acetate. So I've got a piece of acetate that is 6 inches by, well, just under 6 inches. It's the same height as my card, by 4.5 inches. So that we need to score in half. Actually, I'll grab my trimmer because we need to do some cutting as well. So grab the trimmer. So your acetate needs to be scored in half, so it's 4.5 inches, so we need to score it at 2 1/4, and then you can't really see it, but there you go. So that is then scored at 2 1/4 inches. You do need to give it a very good burnish because acetate is thick. Okay, so that's what's going to hold your die cut. See, there you go. So we need to trim the front of the card down now, so we need to take off about 2 inches. Yeah, so I'm going to cut that way. I'm going to cut 2 inches off my card front, and that little bit that you cut off, keep it because we're going to do some stamping on that afterwards. Okay, so just give that a fold again. So this will then sort of make up the rest of the front of the card. My acetate is really dirty. Oh gosh, it's all over it. Anyway, you'll have nice fresh clean acetate, I'm sure. Okay, so we can start putting this together now. So first things first is to attach the flowers, and I'm just trying to remember. It doesn't matter whether you attach it on the front of the card or on the inside, either way is fine. I'm just going to take a strip, 1/4 inch double-sided, and put a strip on the front, take the backing off and stick your die cut. Now it doesn't matter how far in you go, just as long as there's enough obviously to hold it on. So I've gone in about 1/8 of an inch. So this tape is 1/4 inch, so I've gone over half of the tape. So I'll bring it up to show you. So, oops, sorry. There you go. So you can see the tape there. I haven't covered over the lot of it, because that is going to be useful in a moment. And I should do this. Now you're going to open this back up and then cover over the rest of the acetate, the double-sided tape, with your acetate, like so. Then you need some tape on the inside. It would have been easier to stick it before, but oh well. Like so. Then peel that up and press that down. So that is how we attach that. Now obviously that doesn't look very pretty, so that is why we add the ribbon. And I've got some crushed curry ribbon, because that kind of brought the crushed curry and the real red kind of went nicely together. So just following along where you've already put the tape to attach the acetate, put another strip of tape, and you're going to take it all the way around on the inside as well. Like so. Okay, so all the way around. So take the backing off of the front, and you want to attach your ribbon, start it in the middle, and make sure you've got a nice straight edge so that we can butt it up easily. So you're just going to go over, let me zoom in a smidge. So I've just laid my tape down there and I'm just covering it over with the ribbon, but starting halfway along, like so. You can cover that up because we're going to flip it over. Take the rest, oops, that side off, and just carry on around. Like so, down to the bottom, and then you can bring it round to the front, and they should meet up nicely, and just snip it off. So that hides where we have attached there, so it's just hidden it. Now obviously we don't want that, so that's where we tie a bow, and I'm just going to tie a bow. Oops. Why is this not cooperating? Oops. There we go. You just want it big enough to cover over. There. And I'm going to stick that on with a glue dot, which I'm nearly out of. So if you want your bow higher, then just do the join higher, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's that. Then on the inside of the card I've actually layered up a piece of crushed curry cardstock. Just checking I'm still recording. Phew, it is. Well, that's not straight. Oh, nearly. There we go. And then a piece of very vanilla. Like so. And then last but not least, that little bit of cardstock that we cut off, we're going to do some stamping on there with the Just Add Text stamp set and Real Red, which I forgot to grab. Where is it? Ah. And I want Life is Better with Friends. And stamp. Awesome. And then I'm going to punch that out with the label punch. And I'm just lining up the letters to make it even. Pop that up with some dimensionals. Put 3 on there. Oops. And I'm going to pop it down the bottom. Make sure your dimension doesn't go over the edge. I've probably put that too far over actually. You don't want to see it through the acetate. Just shove it over there a little bit. That's better. And then I'm just going to add some glitter enamel shapes, which are gorgeous. So on that side and on that side. Oh, I love it. I actually did this card the other day, and I did it in pinks, so you can see a bit of a different colourway, but I think both of them are awesome. So any edge die cut you could put in there, so I absolutely love it. If you do too, then let me know in the comments, and let me know if you make it as well. I would love to know that, and you can post on my Facebook page and all that good stuff. And as always, all the information will be in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.